In this tutorial, I'll show you how to calculate averages, standard deviations, and confidence intervals for a scientific dataset in Excel. Make sure that your Excel sheet is open and contains the data that you want to analyze. My example is just a simple dataset for different species of plants in different communities of plots of glass. So first, we're going to click on an empty cell that you'd like your results to appear in. At the top of your Excel sheet, you're going to notice a formula bar next to the FX symbol, and you will click here to start your equation. So first you want to type an equal sign, which is the first thing that you do to start any formula in Excel. So first I'm going to show you how to calculate the averages. So you've already typed your equal sign, so next you're just going to type out the word average. This is the formula for calculating averages in Excel. So once you have average typed out, you're going to start a parentheses, and then you're going to highlight your data set. So to highlight your data set, you start with the first data point, and then you're just going to click on it and drag down until your last data point. And then you're just going to close the parentheses and hit enter. This will give you your averages, and as you can see, they appear right here. So next, let's move on to calculating standard deviation, which tells you how spread out your data points are. So we're going to click on another empty cell, and we're going to go up to the same formula bar as before. So you're going to start with your equal sign again, and you're going to type S, T, D, E, V, dot S. And then once again, start a parentheses. So then again, the same way that we did for the averages, we're going to click on our data set and highlight all of our data points. And then we're going to close the parentheses and hit enter. You have now calculated standard deviation. This is an important step for the next part, which is going to be calculating the confidence norm, so keep this number on hand. So now that we've calculated our standard deviation, I'm going to show you how to calculate the confidence norm. This is going to be the most complicated calculation in this tutorial. It's a common choice to calculate a 95% confidence interval, which will tell us about the range within which the true mean likely falls. So to do this, we will need the standard deviation, the sample size, and the confidence level. The confidence level in this case is 0.05, since we are using a 95% confidence interval. So you will click on a new cell where you want to calculate your confidence interval, and again start typing the formula in the top line. So you can go ahead and type this up top. We will start with our equal sign, and the formula will be confidence. So you can go ahead and start typing confidence, C-O-N-F-I-D-E-N-C-E dot T. And then you will use your confidence level, which is 0.05, your standard deviation, and your sample size. So I'm going to start with the 0.05. I will then click my standard deviation to enter that, and then I will put in my sample size, which in my case is 3. So this is what my formula looks like up at the top here in the FX bar. Yours will look different depending on where your standard deviation cell is placed and how many data points you have for the sample size. But once you have this formula typed out, you can go ahead and press enter, and there you have your 95% confidence interval calculated. So that concludes this tutorial. You've now calculated the averages, standard deviation, and a 95% confidence interval in Excel.